funny when we tell lawyers about the penal codes that they're trying to argue. They're completely confused on where that information came from, or how that's going to be interpreted. So there's
I also think we have a lot of bad actors coming on here who are actually telling people that they're attorneys and telling people really bad information. I mean, this King guy is a perfect example. Who's come on here and, who doesn't even have a license, but was an attorney in the past, but is not a civil rights attorney, and has spread a lot of false information that was easily debunked by simply researching. So I think we have a lot of misinformation, and I think that, again, all the penal code stuff and all that needs to be left to the trial date. That's my opinion on that.
Right, but what about your misinformation?
Wait, Peace. Let me say something. Right. Ernest, what do I have to pay you to get Mr. Wonderful off of me? He has been harassing me. He has been stalking me. He's a dangerous person to me, and I like to protect my peace. I didn't come over here, and I was not disrespectful or disruptive.
Who are you talking about, Diamond?
Mr. Wonderful in the comments. His name is
Mr. Wonderful?
What is his name again? Wanderer, whatever his name is. He is a bully. He has bullied me on other panels, harassed me, stalking me. Please, I'm asking you in the kindest way to make him stop. Just leave me alone. I don't talk to you. I've asked you kindly to leave me alone.
I can see that now. I don't even know who he is.
I'm doing it on the panel because he's in the comments and he's adding you and he's bothering me.
I said that. No, I said I was looking to see if he was on the panel. I had my phone down. I just heard.
Wow, the chat doesn't want to protect women. They tell her to stop crying. That's crazy work, man.
I'm just trying to.
This is crazy. They'll protect Sarah. That's wild.
Hang on. Wait.
The same way they protect tuberculosis.
Hang on. I would like to know if someone's bullying or harassing.
Listen, I think Sarah should be protected, but it's like keep the same energy. Fuck.
Hey, I haven't said
keep the same. What you mean keep the same energy?
It's not you. You ain't say nothing. But I'm saying though. But now, where's the tweet, Sarah?
I've been over here answering questions. I am searching for it, and when I find it, I'm going to send it to Diamond.
It took me.
1 second. Hey, I haven't said anything. Sarah, I completely respect you for what you're doing. You're an independent journalist. You're doing amazing. So the people that are hating on you is because that they are Mela supporters. 100%. They want to come over here. You've got 125 people in this live right now, and you know why? It's because you're here. So the people that are asking you questions coming in.
Peach, you don't do that. Yeah, Peach, you don't do that. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Bro, this is crazy.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. I'm really tired and I'm getting a headache. I'm sorry. But I appreciate your support.
A goodie powder. Have you ever did goodie powder before? Them motherfuckers knock the headache right up out you.
Do what?
They knock the headache right up out you.
What is that?
A goodie powder.
You get the BC, like the BC
powder.
BC powder. Yeah, I have BC powder. That's actually a good idea. It's been a very long day. Of course, my kids were up at the crack of dawn, so you can imagine.
Well, now you know how to work your mute power. So next time you come back, you just when you get a headache, mute. You know what I'm saying? Disconnect.
All right. Thank you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Your brain, and you have a great night.
You too. Thank you for having me on, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for having me on here. Y'all have a good night.
You're welcome, Sarah.
You have a good night, Sarah.
Diamond, you seen the video?
Peach, your ass.
Ran from that shit. Stop playing with me, bro. I'm gonna block ran from that shit.
I was answering messages. What the fuck happened?
No, what you talking about?
Don't respond, everyone. This is a good note for everyone going forward. If you want to respond to people in the chat, respond to them in the chat. Don't derail the entire conversation on the panel to respond to people in the chat.
I don't think that was a response. I think that was more of a request to ask somebody to stop harassing her.
Listen, I apologize. I was in a message, and then I came back,
I think
I'm sorry.
I mean, I get the check. That's what I was trying to see. I mean, like certain things, yes.
I mean, she already said she was gonna leave at 11:45, so she left at 11:45.
Isn't accepted on the chat. So I was trying to figure out. I only see him asking about a video that you've seen. I
apologize. I apologize. I was on a message.
Not you, Diamond. I didn't see anything else. Did he say something? I was trying to look and see, but I just see him asking about a video.
Here's the thing. It's more than just that. From panel, he just comes and he follows me. He stalks me. I don't know what is his issue with me. I've asked him kindly. Other people have asked him kindly to leave me alone. It is harassment.
What is he saying in the comments?
Besides, he made a statement and said that he made a statement saying that I stated something that I never stated. I never told anyone about seeing a video. Okay, so I never said anything about it.
So she never seen a video, but that's not harassing because I've been on.
No. It's not just that. You're missing.
Let me just give a second. So I'm gonna show you the.
You don't like it that he's calling you out, Diamond? That's what you don't like,
Diamond.
You don't like that he's calling you out.
Don't be dismissive to my feelings. Don't do that.
Exactly. I see Diamond. We see what's up, Diamond.
Can you be quiet for a second, please? Just a moment. I'm not being dismissive, but if he's questioning you about something that he might be wrong about, saying that you saw the video, that's not harassment. That's somebody.
That's what I just did to Sarah.
Stop doing that, please. Seriously.
You didn't get dropped for Sarah though.
Stop.
You got dropped for trying to tell me how to run my platform.
Let me finish real quick because I've been on DJ Cree's page, and Diamond, I believe, is a moderator.
Thank you.
Just a moment. And I've been on the page. If you look at the comments, the things that they say to Casey, from the way her kids, how she raised, I'm telling you, it's disgusting. So if we're not going to complain about that, we sure not going to complain about somebody. And just let me know. You got to wait till I'm finished, and you can jump in. We're not going to talk about Wanderer asking about, did you go see a video? That's not harassment. So we have to keep it fair.
Okay, so let me keep it fair with you.
Go ahead.
That is what he's doing to you is to get my attention. Calling me out in this room.
I have no idea.
Don't flatter yourself. Don't flatter yourself.
Because no one is talking.
Oh my God! I'm
flattering yourself.
Ernest, I want to respond to Kick. Kick, you asked me to let you finish, please. I'm asking you to let me tell you what's going on. It is not about those questions, just that. He's always following me. He's always constantly harassing me. He was asked in another room to stop harassing me.
I heard you.
No, you're not hearing me because you're still being dismissive.
Hey,
you know what, Kid,
I gave you, I heard what you
Casey, I never heard anybody or seen anybody talk about your children in detail.
I looked up the comments for 25, 30 comments. So only thing I could find, because that's why I asked if he say something like really rude or out of pocket, because then he couldn't get muted. But if he's asking you, ask Diamond about a video that she's seen. If he's wrong, just say, you're wrong, I've never seen a video, right? Or that's not true, or ignore him. But if we're saying harassing, we don't like people to harass. So if you feel like that's being harassed, somebody asks you a question, then I don't know what to tell you about that.
Hey, Diamond.
I've seen 1,000 things in the chat.
Do you know a creator by the name of Reasonable Doubt?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't know that creator by the name of Reasonable Doubt.
Okay, well, keep an eye out for him on when you're on the panel, right? He targets Austin supporters, right? And he will constantly spam the chat with questions, harassing Austin supporters about the things that they say, things that they said in previous chats that have nothing to do with the case. So just keep an eye out for that, right? And next time you see that, make sure you just keep the same energy, right?
When you come to DJ Cree's panel, I've never seen any of those things. And we gift you, and one thing I do, and I always say to you, I respect you and I respect what you do. So I want to be very clear. If you see anything like that and you call and you let me know, because I don't pay attention to the chats because I'm on the panel. We have people in the chat. We have mods in the chat that take care of that. But let me know when you see that because I've never seen that happen in DJ Cree's live.
I mean, when I go to ops panels, it's like I turn the comments off so I can't see them because it's vile, and I do that on purpose.
Right.
So
it's full of disgusting things the whole time.
I do that on purpose, so I don't address them because I want to keep it specifically to what's on the panel. But it's there, right? I get screenshots, I get videos once I drop from the panel.
Send it to me so that I can have that and I can show that to him. Send that if you have anything out of his live. Send it to me, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
It sounds like you're underwater.
We care.
Yes, he does care because he takes women up there. Yes, he does.
Platform one time, he just let his goons go.
Somebody asked me.
They didn't like nothing I was saying. He let his goons go. You don't care about that shit.
Miss Diamond, Miss Hicks, it's hard to understand you. You sound like your speakerphone is covered up or something. I'm sorry, y'all.
Who, Diamond or me?
That's why I don't even go to DJ Queen.
You, Miss Hicks, I can hear you now. You sound way better.
I'm not going to say that there are not people diabolical on both sides, right? Because I would be absolutely absurd to say that. But I'm willing to go. There are specific panels that I'm actually blocked from, right? Because I call them out for the diabolical things that they say. When you talk about honey buns and things like that. I just want to talk about the law. I want to talk about everything to do with the information that we have. I don't want to go into all of that. And I stick to those panels. But I block the comments because I know that there are people in the chat that will say those things. And I don't want to engage in it.
I understand. I understand completely. But let me know if this ever happens, because please let me know. Because, we protect women over there, and Cree's not going to let anybody call you out of your name. Cree is not going to let anybody just be disrespectful. I will definitely block that person because I am a woman myself, and I do not allow anyone to think that they have the right to follow people from panel to panel, room to room, thinking that they can harass and stalk people. This is stupid at this time. No, kid, you had an opportunity. This is stalking. And for somebody to keep following me, and he has been told constantly to leave me alone.
Nor make threats. That man did not make a threat would be disrespectful to her.
No, he did not.
Ernest doesn't do it either.
In this room, you don't understand. And yes, he has, Casey. And you know for a fact that on the other panel, he has been asked to leave me alone. And he will not do it.
I'm just saying it here. He's in here every day.
But if he's calling me out of this panel, and we told him to stop stalking me in another panel, what do you think he's doing in this room?
He didn't follow you. He's here every day.
That's okay, Kick. I never, Kick, I'm going to be 100% honest. I asked Ernest to ask him to stop. That's all I asked. I asked Ernest to do. I would never ask you to act. I would never ask a black woman to do anything for me. I promise you.
Likewise. I understand, but I'm a moderator here, so that's why I responded. That's it. I made sure I looked to see. I wanted to make sure, because if he did say something threatening, disrespectful, then yes, I would have muted him. But that's why I asked. I'm like, only thing I could see him saying is about a video or something. So I'm not going to mute him for asking you that question. That's it. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Diamond, you know the same people go to all these panels, correct?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't, because I don't go in all of these different rooms.
Okay. Well, I've seen you in a few.
I come in here, I go in Patty, and I stay in Creech. I don't go in all of these different rooms.
What did you say, Peace?
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. You're so full of shit. You wouldn't even stand up to Sarah on the panel today.
I literally stood up.
Shut up. You would not even stand up to Sarah on the panel today after you talked all that shit about her last night. And then you wanted to talk shit in the chat. No, you're a little bitch is what you are.
Can I speak to the manager?
I'm sorry, Ernest, but he was talking so much shit on Sarah last night, and then he wouldn't say nothing to her today.
I said that to her last night. You weren't even there when I talked to her last time.
Stop lying.
You know
what they call it? Starstruck.
Get Bagley over here.
I literally said the same shit to her last Ernest.
Yeah, keep talking while I'm talking, because you don't want to fucking hear it. You don't want to hear it.
Why is she so angry?
Are you done? Okay, if you're done. So P, check this out.
Angry P.
Check
I'm
this
not
out.
angry.
I literally had a conversation
He has been
with Sarah.
talking shit to her ever since she came on.
She right,
in the chat, but he won't say it to her.
We've been had that conversation.
Just keep talking, Peace, because you know I'm right. Whatever. Oh my God. Okay.
Dude, shut your fucking...
No, shut your fucking mouth.
Listen, what I'm saying is...
No. You wouldn't even stand up to her and tell her all the shit you said.
Okay. Anyways, was anybody able to find the actual article from the lady who was actually in there?
It wasn't an article, Diamond. It was a tweet. It was never an article.
I'm not Diamond. I'm P.
No, I'm saying she said something, but P and Diamond, it was never an article. It was simply a tweet. Even she said she was going to look for the tweet. And I did stand up on that shit. And I did say something about her case. We talked about all that shit. I even asked her if her husband was on drugs last time I talked to her. The fuck is you talking about?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Last time I talked to her.
I have been here all damn day. No, you have not. You wouldn't say shit to her. No, you
They crashing out over there, boy. Sarah Fields got them in a whirlwind.
Right, so I was in that live, right, in Miss Sissy's live or whatever, right? You were talking big old game about Sarah earlier, right? And I've never heard you say those things.
Right, and the last conversation I had with her wasn't on the panel. Wasn't on the panel.
You realize
we talked about all that shit. We've been talking about it. I even said we can talk about it again. I even said that in the comments when she was responding. What are you talking about?
My love, you realize I'm up at look, it's things. You want to click on my name? I'm a moderator on all of those panels, right? I get all of the recordings.
Then get the clip.
Fantastic. You talk a big old game in the chat when no one else is there.
The recording don't show coming.
What is it?
The recordings don't show coming.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he also said that she said she heard him too. He also was saying a bunch of stuff about her last night.
Okay.
Right. But he wouldn't say it to her.
So what I'm saying,
I'm talking about the
Stop interrupting.
This is what I'm saying. You got these rules.
Just shut up. Just shut up while I'm talking.
I ain't going to do it.
Why do you keep interrupting? Because you know I'm right. That's why. That's why. Because you disrespect women.
She's been over here talking drunk about Mr. King Cass.
Oh my God. That's all you got. Oh my God. You do. You
trying to debunk him. Oh yeah, she on the thing. She got a headache right now, so she had to go lay down.
Look, I think we can still be respectful.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about them on this side.
That's what she doing.
I can still be respectful to Peace, but
they say, hey,
see, I promise you, all my life, I said
the same person that say I'm illiterate said, "Oh, baby boy got flued out." She said that shit so many times comfortably. Like she was just saying that motherfucker, flued. You illiterate motherfucker.
Earn the same person. Earn the person that said you were illiterate. What did they say? How did they pronounce pseudonym? Pseudonym? Pseudo?
I don't be
they're the ones illiterate. Bro. They're the illiterate ones.
I read fluently, bro. I read fluently, and these folks gonna call me illiterate.
You just need to learn how to open your mouth and talk, because it sounds like you got a whole bunch of stuff in your mouth.
You want to hear it? Hold on. I'm going to let you hear it.
And all the reason being is because wasn't being funny. He said it several times.
I was going to say this to tomorrow. I'm going to let you hear it.
That's all I'm saying. It's just a running joke.
No, Matt does not know how to say the word pseudonym. I will stand 10 toes on that.
How did they say it? Pseudo.
Pseudo.
Like a lost puppy because he don't want throwing you just every day. You follow this man around like a lost puppy. You probably can taste his farts. You so far up his ass because he throwing you jets every day. But I'm the pro-billion one. You don't have no job. Your TikTok is your job. But you want to say I'm big. TikTok is your job. You don't have any other income. TikTok. You get on TikTok and brag and you can't afford to get on a fucking flight and come to Dallas, bitch ass boy. But I'm broke. Sounds like we broke. I got food out, Chad.
She keeps saying it like she's saying it right.
He need to go take a bath.
I got flued out, Chad. I got flued out, Chad.
Take a bath, Ernest. Dookie booty.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's embarrassing.
That's fucking embarrassing.
You embarrassing.
When you was to call me elite, you can't tell me one thing.
Elite. He said elite.
Because when I read fluently. I don't skip words. I don't pause. I don't do none of that shit. I've been reading on a college level since I was in the fucking since I was in middle school.
Yeah, right.
It was always my best subject. Reading. Comprehending.
Yeah, right. Not comprehending, because you sure don't comprehend well. We done proved that over and over. You can't debate.
You know what AAV is, man. Come on.
Bleed me out. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't a fucking idiot of flu. The fuck? That was crazy.
You is crazy.
Leave me alone, Laura.
You got multiple pages or something? That's your second page or something?
My second page?
Yes, because I know I'm following you, so I thought you just changed your name. This must be your second.
This is my second page. My other page banned right now.
What'd you do?
I was playing Avatar. Avatar had too much violence in it.
Really? The movie? Yeah. You were doing movie night? Crazy word.
Yeah, I did movie night.
Alright.
Avatar 5, 3 hours long. That motherfucker was 5. I ain't even finished because they banned my page.
Well.
I gotta put 18 plus on that time I show it.
Okay. So are we able to go back to this bond hearing respectfully and get down to the bottom of that, because it's still a debate on that one?
Oh, no, there's no debate. She lied.
I don't even see. I see respectfully. And the first thing you say is she lied.
Who lied now? She's gone now.
See, that's why I didn't say that now.
They don't like for you to talk about Sarah and her lying with her poor headache.
I said, Kiki, do you love me?
Place the same way, whether he brought a weapon or not. Actually.
Man, no.
Yeah. You want to know why it's not going to make a difference? It's just like you guys say, good poker under 5.5 inches isn't against the law.
No, I was just trying to say that she spread misinformation. That's all I was trying to point out.
They don't like to say she's spreading misinformation.
You need to have that same energy when she here.
I had the same energy.
No, you don't. You be starstruck. You be starstruck.
She is not a star. You talking about starstruck?
You just saying shit.
If it was an incident, right?
Hold on, wait, Casey. Hold on.
If it was under 5.5, right? It's against school policy. So what happens?
Casey.
No, answer me that. No, let's go through it.
You always do this. You always
No, let's go through it. Let's go through it. No, it's not moving the goalposts. So I bring a weapon. It's under 5.5. What happens?
What the argument is about?
No.
Whether or
not. Go through it with me.
This February 4th incident was a poker incident. No, it was an altercation.
Okay, Ernest. He's not going to answer. Ernest, he's not going to answer.
That's the thing.
So, Ernest,
yes,
bring a weapon to school, right?
So they keep wanting to talk about a February the 4th incident and a previous incident with the weapon. Well, if that was the case, then why when Tiffany went to pull the records, he didn't have a record, but the twins had a 6-hour record. I don't understand that. That's what's confusing me, and why they keep want to sit over there and talk about that.
I have to take in order to get that record.
When I thought that was debunked.
Well, of course, yeah. Subpoena whoever said it.
Okay.
But that's
Okay.
they
So
keep talking about it.
So if I didn't
That's
get
what they're
that
talking about
information
now.
before the bond hearing,
And
I
whoever that
assume
peaceful
that
person
the
is
dad
up there at the
would probably
top
have some sort of knowledge about
asked
that.
Sarah,
Probably
and
bring
that's
up
when
the
she
dad,
ran.
right?
I came on here late. I just woke up,
Makes
so
sense.
I got on
I
here
rest my
late.
case.
I was getting ready to post content from the podcast tonight, and I just happened over here, and she was on there live, and soon as I got up here and started screaming, she ran. She said she had a headache. So now they want to go back to this so-called poker incident in February that I'm not understanding at all.
Number two, a prosecution bringing that into a bond hearing and the judge still lowered his bond showed nothing. Because it did not. But that's not what she's saying, Diamond. No. Okay. That's what I'm trying to understand. What was her point bringing that up?
So HB 1895, right? The reason for it was, or whatever the number was, right? Was because there were a bunch of minors that were having criminal records for just bringing a weapon when they weren't actually using it, right? For just having it on them. So you were having a bunch of minors with criminal records when they weren't actually intending to use it.
A bunch of minors with criminal records. Who is the minor with the criminal record that you're speaking of? Using that as an example.
Prior to September 2017. Right? If you brought a pocket poker under 5.5 inches, you would then have a criminal record.
Okay.
Are we on the same page?
Yeah, we on the same page.
She loves talking to people like they slow.
1935.
Like she's such a genius at.
So now that we have established that
at penal codes and case laws and all of that.
That is why there would not be a record in law if there was an altercation on February 4th with a pocket poker under 5.5 inches.
Actually, it would still be, and here's where I have to give you a little pushback.
Wouldn't it be in his school records?
Regardless of it not being a felony or anything criminally, it would still be in his disciplinary action.
Exactly.
Well, so would have to subpoena.
Yeah, but the prosecution already subpoenaed that information.
No. We're talking about a criminal record.
No. We're not talking about no criminal record.
If you guys are saying a pocket poker under 5.5 inches is not against the law, would there be a charge for him on February 4th?
But y'all saying it go against you say it go against the policy. So if it go against the policy, it will be in the school records, dummy.
No, the answer is no. Okay. The answer would be no under the law, as far as the police is concerned, under the state.
Okay, but so it's against policy.
But if it's just like, oh gosh, the other young gentleman. If there's a policy that has been broken, you still have to list that policy and that code. You have to tell what was the policy that was broken and list the code.
Okay, where is that record going to be held?
That would be held with the school. Did he not subpoena his disciplinary action records from the school or the school district?
Okay, fantastic. So the state subpoenaed that information, right? What is the time frame for the school to hand over that information?
But he had it.
But how do you know?
He had it at the bond hearing. Did he
then
not?
Why didn't he wait? Hang on. Then why didn't he go into more information?
Because if there was something in his record that was so incriminating by this mysterious weapon, because nobody knows what the weapon is or was at that time, it still would have been brought up at his bond hearing. It still would have stated what the weapon was.
It was brought up, and who cares what it was? It was a weapon.
Diamond, let's say hypothetically there wasn't even a weapon.
Brought up, Diamond,
okay, so let's say hypothetically there was not even a weapon, right? There was just a fight. Okay, just a fight. Why would the prosecution bring up an alleged fight that Carmelo was acting in self-defense?
Nobody said it was self-defense.
Stop interrupting.
You're lying.
When he is getting ready to fight a self-defense case.
Okay, so I'm gonna. When you're
asking an open-ended question.
Do you hear him?
To the father. Open-ended question.
Who said? See now, now here where it gets a little muddy for me. Because and here's the reason why I'm saying that. Exactly, because you're bringing in information that nobody have ever heard of.
It's in the bond hearing.
We've all known this since April.
Hey, real. Hang on.
Casey.
Please, why don't you shut up? They're interrupting.
Why don't you stop? You're literally
hang on. Okay, so Diamond.
Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, so in the bond hearing, the father was on the stand, and they first started asking him about the finances, right? And he talks about he makes $72K a year. They live paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford the bond. The mother is a stay-at-home wife. He's never had any sort of criminal history in the past. And the prosecutor brought up the February 4th incident. And the father said, I don't know much about it.
Okay.
So why would you ask the father an open-ended question about an incident if you knew that Carmelo was acting in self-defense? Because you were opening it for the father to say, yes, Carmelo was doing X, Y, and Z. This kid was getting tumbled on the ground. He was about to lose his life. Carmelo was a hero. He was doing all this, that, and the other, right? Why would you ask that open-ended question if that were the case?
Okay, so first of all, before I even respond to that, I need to gather more information on that, because as much as I have researched, I have not seen, read, or heard anyone report on those types of questioning. I heard about the gift and go.
Okay, I'll send you the bond hearing, my love.
At the bond hearing, I heard about the gift and go. I heard about that. I heard about the mother being an at-home mom. But as far as this open-ended question in self-defense, how would the prosecution know it was a self-defense case? I mean, a self-defense claim. And why would they ask the father about a self-defense claim in the son's disciplinary action? Why would not ask the child about that?
Well, so he wasn't on the stand for the bond hearing, right? Just the father was.
And here's where
he was in jail.
No, he was not in jail. He was at his bond hearing. Who made that statement?
I did.
You didn't know Carmelo was at his own bond hearing?
Oh, he was, but I mean, he had just got out of jail. But I do want to ask you, how long have you been following this? Because you act like you don't know anything. But I'm asking you. I just asked you.
I don't care about your questions.
Okay.
What I'm trying to understand.
Because we've been following.
Stop interrupting her at Real Pub. Stop it.
Okay. Shut up.
Fuck up.
Where are you getting this information from?
I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Hey.
You see what she doing, J-Bo?
I got you. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how we got way over here, and all we was trying to figure out was whether or not he was a poker involved in the February 4th thing.
It was, that's what Casey tried to tell her.
No, Casey did not try to tell me that. She asked hypothetical questions. He wasn't paying attention, and therefore,
Casey never brought up the poker.
We've been following this since April, Diamond.
Hang on. Casey never brought up the poker. Please do not. Lord.
So I thought you were trying to explain to her. I thought you were explaining to her the bond hearing.
Yes, I am explaining the bond hearing.
Yeah, we were talking about the whole premise was talking about whether or not it was confirmed that he had a poker on February 4th.
Yes.
That's why I said why we got way over here.
I don't know, but Casey, whatever information that you have per all of these comments and statements that you're making, could you send that to me? Because
Diamond, I sent you my info. So I see Casey sent hers.
We was talking about what.
Hang on. Don't go off what P says, right? Because Peace told me yesterday that there were 13 cities within Collin County. And shortly after he said that, Peace, what did I send you, my love?
No, I re-looked it up literally before you said that, and it showed there's 29 cities in Collin County, right? But listen, this is what she loves to do. She loves to reference other intellectual conversations.
No. So here's my thing,
like
right? Before we
just like Sarah, she like wants to speak from authority.
Here's the thing: before we tag me, right? Specifically, before we tag me or comment,
just send her the tweet. I don't understand why you do it.
You're gonna want to know your facts because again, I have a photographic memory.
Casey, no, you don't.
Okay. You want to go ahead and weigh in here?
If you had a photographic memory, you would know they didn't bring up a knife at the February 4th incident.
Okay.
Even I knew that, and I found it in 5 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
So what
that they are.
Oh, he had an altercation February 4th. There was no mention of a knife, and that's what I'm saying. Like they're just spreading misinformation. That's not even. I don't even care about the February 4th.
Why would they bring it up? They didn't have a weapon.
They didn't bring up the weapon.
I mean, why would they bring it up though? Why would they bring it up?
They brought it up because Carmelo's dad said that Anthony had no disciplinary records, and they said, "Oh well, what happened February 4th? It was an altercation situation."
Mm-hmm.
That's why they brought it up.
Why do you have an in-school suspension?
Oh my God, I don't because of the February 4th.
Oh, alrighty then.
Okay then. Why did Austin and Hunter harass cheerleaders at K's?
So wait a minute. So that means he had a poker because.
Get out of here about Kane's chicken, for real.
Hold up. I'm asking. So does that mean he had a poker because they brought up his disciplinary action report at a bond hearing? I don't care who you are. If you're at a bond hearing, they're going to bring up to see if you have any disciplinary action or whatever, see what your priors are, what your history is, regardless of what the offense was.
So it sounds like Peace can verify. I mean, even though I know Casey is Sunday, but it sounds like Peace can verify that with Diamond's asking for. Peace heard it. Sounds like, I mean, we played it, we read it over and over, but it sounds like Peace might be able to tell that he also read it.
Because I hadn't seen anything that said it was confirmed that it was a poker, but that he had a poker for the February 4th thing. So that's why I'm asking.
That's why it came up, because we was trying to find out where they're getting this information, where it confirms that. And every time we ask that
Casey
question,
on Teacup now.
P have asked it, I've asked it again, P have asked it, and we get taken all down these
they
little
keep spreading
roads,
misinformation.
nobody can tell us. And then Miss Mills was on here, and she said she was going to send me the link, but she didn't send me the link, and I understood she had a headache, and she has a 4-month-old, so I'm going to give her grace because, you know, parents, mothers, we understand. So I just wait for her to send me that and what she has. And Peace also sent me some information, so I'm going to look into that. But that's how we got here.
Well, dang, Peace, you could have said this to me because I have asked for the last couple of times, like, what's the article or who's the, who's the person?
There's no article. There's a tweet.
Yeah, I heard you say that, but I'm just look. You ain't gonna debate with me about what.
Them and they lies. Lie. Misinformation.
I don't even know how we got on this road of hypothetical questions, but we just was getting lost.
I blamed them out.
Because they don't want to tell the truth.
Peace, do you have a copy? Nobody's lying, Peace. Nobody's lying, but you.
That's their whole game is deniability.
You try to debunk everything. But do you have a copy of the bond hearing? Oh my God. Do you have a copy of the bond hearing? Do you have a copy of the bond hearing?
See what's happening, right?
I think I do. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. I think I do. Hold on.
It's man.
Why are you laughing? Because you're the joke.
So they got copies of the bond hearing?
I just want to know.
Dwayne, do you have a copy of the bond hearing?
Case dealing with a poker.
No, he didn't have a poker. Gosh, what's wrong with you people?
I'm just trying to figure out, so where did the poker come from? So everybody just said, so, hey, since he had one incident where he unlocked somebody with a poker, we're going to go ahead and just throw that it was a poker at this time, too. Like, so there's no evidence, no story,
Keep
nowhere
on
where it's
peeking.
mentioning
I
the
don't
actual
care.
weapon or a weapon.
I'm tired of these
No,
people
it's a story
lying.
that they
Every
are
time I
running
catch
with.
them lying,
There's
I'm
nothing
going to
that
go
I can
live
confirm,
with their
and also with the
lives.
self-defense as far as the February 4th incident, I can't
KC,
even find
where's your
anything
evidence,
stating
KC?
that it was a self-defense action. So
Kick me, drop
that's why I'm
down,
a little confused
trying to go
as
get
well. But
hers.
I'm gonna do some more digging because
I mean, I would think that this would be a great educational moment for everybody, since everybody's so stuck on facts and evidence and making sure that there's no misinformation.
We
I
need
would think
information
want to look this
and
up and
stop
actually
spreading
know. For the people in
misinformation.
the comments who's talking about, why
Let's
y'all
get
waiting for somebody
facts.
to send something? Well, you go find it. The fuck? I'm sorry, I derailed.
and they telling now they saying that it's a tweet and don't kick me, say let her up somebody.
Well, here come don't kick
They
me
saying it's
back.
a tweet, but
She said she had the
I thought it
bond
was
hearing.
an article. See, I'm confused.
No,
Let me go back on mute. I got you, Pete. Peace. I got you. I understand, but I'm gonna just go back on mute.
Who is this Kiki girl?
She seems angry though. Ern, whose live was you watching earlier? You still watching some? Are you asleep?
Yeah, he's snoring.
No, Kiki. I know her.
Oh.
Yeah, he's snoring.
Whose live was you watching earlier? Bay Boy?
Yeah.
You still alive?
I'm confused. Girl, listen, I was trying to help her out. I was like just trying to say, hey, maybe she's using it, what's the context? She kept saying it. I'm like, that's not the context.
Hold on, listen to this. Shark bait, I can't
Ernest, why are you over there listening to that baby?
Ernest, bring kick up.
Why are you over there listening to that baby live being messy?
Now you know I got to go over there. Oh, Miss TikTok.
I sent it to Ernest.
Oh Lord, I'm doing all types.
What was sent to Ernest?
Bond hearing.
Okay, here comes this bond hearing.
Thanks for joining us here on WFA Plus. I'm Chris Sadeghi, and we are going to take you inside the bond hearing.
Well, what is he doing? I guess it's a video recording or something of the bond hearing.
I can't hear anything.
He went on
I thought we
TikTok.
were listening to the bond hearing.
You're not finna listen. You finna
He
listen.
probably have a call. He's on TikTok.
You finna listen to a reporter tell you what he heard at the bond hearing, and he's gonna say the same thing.
Oh, is he a liar too?
No. He's listen to him.
Okay.
Listen
Okay,
to him,
good.
real pup whisperer.
So
You got that right.
I gave this information because
I like dogs too.
Diamond said she never heard. I'm not talking about the weapons part. I think Sarah said she had that, but she was saying she never heard when Casey was giving her a rundown on like some of the things that was mentioned at the bond hearing. Diamond, she wasn't privy to hearing that. So
No, that's not what I said. I was very clear. I said some of the questions that she stated I didn't hear, but other questions that she did mention, and especially regarding the finances, I did hear that. So
I know you said some things she said you didn't hear that in the bond hearing, right?
Right. As
Yeah,
far
so
as
I had a copy of it, Kick, but it's in my other phone, and I'm not at home. But I have a copy. I screenshotted all that stuff.
I have it. Ernest has it. I sent it to him, but he, I guess he's on C-Cut. But that's what I'm saying. So some of the things you said you weren't able to hear, I had the video, which mentioned some of the things.
Thank you, because I haven't heard any of it, so I appreciate it.
Ernest,
Hold on, my fault, y'all. My fault.
Okay. All right.
So y'all want me to start all over?
Yeah, because we couldn't hear anything.
Thanks for joining us here on WFA Plus. I'm Chris Sadeghi, and we are going to take you inside the hearing, the bond hearing for
for Carmelo Anthony that happened on Monday morning. There's a lot of public interest on this case. There were no cameras allowed inside the courtroom. So joining me are Jobin Paniker and Brittany Moncrief. The three of us were inside that courtroom, and we're here to really take you through what was said, what you were not able to see and hear because of the ban on cameras. We are going to take you from before the hearing to everything that happened during, and then everything that happened after, and then we have the raw interviews with the DA, the defense attorney, and also the NAACP. I want to start before the hearing. Jobin, you cover Collin County a lot. You've covered a lot of cases at that courthouse. Can you compare the security detail for yesterday's hearing compared to others that you've covered?
So I've been covering Collin County for 12 years, covered some high-profile cases in Collin County, now court trials in Collin County. We had the Grace Ford murder case, toddler who was killed. We had Christina Morris, first missing, then later found dead, that murder case, and then the Billy Shabir case. That also had some Collin County connections as well. So this was a bond hearing, and normally bond hearings happen within minutes. And it's usually a stack of papers, and the judge goes through them and says, bond approved for this amount, and they go through a lot of them all on Monday, and they happen, like I said, within minutes. This was not the case, right? We had a setup, we had a media plan. They had a plan for all the media to get there early. There was security. There were 8 to 10 officers, 8 to 10 deputies from the Collin County Sheriff's Department. There, we had to go through 2 sets of metal detectors to get into this bond hearing. Very unlike what I'd normally see.
Yeah, and Brittany, the two families, the Metcalf family and the Anthony family, one thing I observed is the deputies that were there that Jobin mentioned, they had a plan to make sure the families were on different sides of the courtroom, and also leaving the courtroom when it was done, one went after the other to prevent any kind of conflict.
Absolutely. They had pretty much what seemed like a pretty strict schedule. Even when we were waiting in the lobby area right outside the courtroom, we saw Anthony's family be escorted into a side room. And around 8:30 is when they decided to let media in, and then at exactly like 8:40, that's when the family started to go in. And even when we went into the courtroom, we were filed in one by one, and they made sure each seat was filled, media in the back. We sat right behind Metcalf's family, and then on the opposite side was Anthony's family, the Anthony family.
So once everybody was inside the courtroom, the first thing we were looking for was when Carmelo Anthony was brought into the courtroom. Was there anything about him, his appearance that you observed, or the reaction in the courtroom when he entered?
So before we get into that, I wanted to mention that there were no, as you said, no cameras inside the courtroom, which is normal for Collin County, right? What's also normal for Collin County is you're not even allowed to have cameras in and around the court, in and around the courtroom. So the only place where you could have cameras was in the lobby. So all the photographers were out in the lobby, the reporters were out near the courtroom. So we all get escorted in, and there's always this it gets really quiet as soon as the defendant walks in, and in this case, it's Carmelo Anthony, a 17-year-old kid, and he's in a yellow jumpsuit. He's handcuffed, and he's walking in, and it gets really quiet because the families are set. Families are on opposite sides of the courtroom. The media's in the back, and it gets really quiet as soon as he walks in, and then he straight at the dais.
Did you observe any interaction from
He need to mute up over there snoring like a cow.
He was pretty stoic.
If I mute up, you ain't gonna be able to hear it.
Okay, well, move your mouth away from the mic.
We didn't see him turn to
It
his
is
family,
away.
the other family.
Yeah, you show breathing hard.
This shit long.
You might need to go get on your machine.
Fast forward to when they actually talk about it, because they describing shit right now. Fast forward to when they actually.
Yeah, get to the proof. That's what we want to see. We want to see the proof. And we want y'all to stop y'all misinformation, because that's what y'all doing. Spreading more lies.
She gonna read it to you.
Hey,
Just spreading more lies.
Okay.
I've been fooled twice, y'all. I mean, y'all only expect me to have the itis.
Okay. Let's see. The Anthonys have family in Arlington. Dad is a finance manager at a Chevrolet dealership in Frisco, making upwards of $72,000 a year. The family's sole breadwinner. Since the indictment, Andrew has taken an unpaid leave of absence from work. The children's mother is a stay-at-home mom. This is all quote unquote from Andrew Anthony, The defendant has never been in trouble with the law, quote unquote. No, sir, absolutely not. He testified. As for the family's ability to pay the $1 million bond, Andrew said, no, sir, I can afford it. They have no significant savings and are living paycheck to paycheck, quote unquote, he testified. Let's see. During a non-combative back and forth with Worski, who's the assistant DA, Andrew.
Because she wanted to be the center of attention, that's why.
Had been in trouble at school. There had been one altercation this year on February 4th. He acknowledged the incident, which was not detailed in court, did not involve law enforcement.
Again.
Okay, and that's it?
Again, why wasn't it in his records then? That's what I don't understand.
So when you have a father on the stand, right, and you're asking him questions specifically pertaining to the bond, right? So their ability to pay, right? Their flight risk, their ties to the community, right? You're going to bring up specific instances that you know could trap a person, make a judge decline your bond reduction, right? Can we agree on that?
It sounds like you're trying to give me a whole lot of word salad. There was no mention of any type of weapon. An altercation can literally be a fight, an argument, a debate, and they're asking the father if I'm correct. So therefore,
does he have any prior incident? And then on top of that, it was described as a self-defense, and I don't know if you was using it as a hypothetical description, or was you trying to make it seem like that is what the father was trying to allude to, that it was a self-defense, and that is what
No.
Go ahead.
No, I didn't. That was a hypothetical, right? So
thank you. Okay, I'm glad we got that clear up. Yes, go ahead.
So Pete, if you are trying to get a bond reduction, and I am the prosecutor, I am going to bring up instances to show the judge to deny that bond reduction, right? Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking to P. My apologies, P.
No, you're fine. You answered it. Go ahead.
Okay. So when the assistant DA brings up this February 4th incident, are they bringing it up to show that Carmelo was acting in self-defense, or he has a history of doing this, therefore preventing him from having a bond reduction?
So I still have a problem with what you're saying, because just because everybody goes to law school doesn't mean that all lawyers and everyone thinks the same. So that may be how you would approach it, but he could just simply be asking because this is a student, this happened at a school, and they want to make sure that there's no history of violence.
But Miss Casey know it all.
Or anything for that matter, even if he's just violent and he keeps having encounters, or if he's a bad child and he keeps getting expelled. So you can think that way is how that person was thinking. I can think it this way. Two things can be right and wrong at the same time. But what was actually stated was an altercation. No weapons was mentioned. That's all speculation and misinformation that's been spread by a whole lot of people. But me hearing this is all we have to go off of, is just like what y'all keep telling me with the evidence. If this is it, an altercation is just that, an altercation with no other detail.
And just asking. So if we're going just strictly off the information that we have, right? I don't want anyone on this panel to infer any sort of threats of serious bodily harm, any sort of anything of that, right? Because we're not inferring, right? We're going strictly based off the information that we have, right? Okay, so land my plane.
Okay, so I'm going to push back on that. No, because that's regarding what we are talking about when we describe Austin. I'm sorry, forgive me, Austin. Carmelo in the situation and the word infer. So I want to address or add on to what P stated. She's absolutely right. when a prosecution or assistant DA or whoever from the prosecution office is bringing up questions like that to the father to ask if he have any concerns of his son may having a violent past. And although he didn't use that word, he brought up disciplinary action and just to try to get the father to bring out any information if Carmelo has ever been, violent at home, or, are you worried about him? Things like that. You have to understand the context of that. And so when we speak about the 2v1 situation and we don't know what was the communication between, or the full communication between Hunter, Austin, and Carmelo, we could all agree on that. So we still cannot take away from Carmelo's mindset because none of us was there. None of us can say, oh, no, that's not imminent danger. It's just a push. We don't know what words were used. We don't know what led up to where Austin stood up because it could be more conversation, could be more communication. I don't care about the timeline because these children today are robots when they're speaking. So that's my little pushback to you, Casey. I know where you're going with the infer, but we have to be mindful we don't have all of the information.
Yeah, but absent that evidence doesn't. Yeah, absent that evidence doesn't mean it exists, right? So again, your defense is based off these hypotheticals that could potentially exist, right? We don't have that. So again, that's why I say it's disingenuous because you're arguing off of hypotheticals that we don't know about.
Or we are not arguing over hypothetical that we all don't know anything about, because we both sides can say the same thing based on how that police report is written up.
Good night,
Look at
Dwayne.
EP's statement. EP, he states words.
I'm about to get off here anyway. I got to take me a nap before prayer this morning. Gonna get me an hour or two before prayer.
So that to me is the reason why I said this report is a little misleading. I'm not saying.
Are you serious?
So again, okay, hang on, Diamond, hang on. So let's just go specifically off of what Carmelo said.
Okay.
I told him not to touch me. He put
They going all around the world, boy.
Okay, right then and there.
Good night, y'all. I'm gone.
I'm sorry.
No, right then and there, that does not make him guilty.
He, not they, not them. He's a 3.8 GPA young man, right? I'm pretty sure he wasn't non-binary. I'm pretty sure he was not non-binary, right? He knew the difference between they and them, and he and him. We can completely eliminate J, P, and E, right? And he still incriminates himself with those quote-unquote statements.
That's not an incrimination, and this is where you and I would disagree on, because you take those words and you paint them as a picture of guilty. I don't paint that as a picture of guilty. I paint that as a child that defended himself, and I paint it as, and this is my understanding. You and I can have different understanding, and we can agree to disagree and walk up out of this room high-fiving and go and get some coffee from Starbucks.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's okay. But that does not align him to guilt. He's innocent until proven guilty.
Absolutely, agree.
Okay. So before we slap the guilty tag on him, let him have his day in trial.
No, absolutely. Yes,
and
it's just a public opinion.
Not what you're doing. Yeah, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing. But what I'm saying is this, Casey, that's how you read it and that's how you perceive it. My perception is differently. I see a child who was crying, distraught.
All right, y'all, I'm going to bed. Good night. I'll talk to y'all later.
I have the alleged suspect, and he said, I'm not alleged.